Good morning, Babi Active. Just having a little fiddle around with this space today. See if you can see me in there. About there. Checking that you got a bit of floor space. Hello. So if anybody's watching, just give me a little wave on there. These Facebook skills that we've got now, we can just go in, do a little wave or a comment. Well done. Me fiddling around with a few bits and pieces in here. That's it. Looking good. It's Tuesday morning. It's the 7th of April. This is Babi Active live. We've got a session today for a little Postnatal Circuits. So I posted a little screenshot of some equipment that you could start having handy for the sessions. This is my band. I've also been using a piece of rope. You could also use a piece of some tights, which you've probably got in the drawer somewhere. Strong denier or your strongest deniers. A little bit of stretch on there, which is quite useful. It's going to give you that little bit of traction in your body when you're moving. So we've got use of our posture with a band or anything long piece of material, bathrobe, belt. I say that again, that's a really good bit of kit just to have in the house. If you've got anything stretchy, that would do. I've heard of people using all kinds of things. Safety first, of course, but there have been some wonderful bits of equipment that have been used. I've seen in lots of other fitness workouts. Always safety first with those. Anything stretchy that you can bring to mind that's effective for you to use. We'll just be using it for our bent over rows today. That's all. We're going to follow the same kind of circuit that we did last week. So really standard exercises that we'll be using this morning. Really standard exercises. And the exercises that in this session, so I'm going to keep them quite similar. So that we get used to them and we can work on those as a kind of basic form of movement. So the aims of these little mini circuit sessions is just to reintroduce some movement patterns. So functional movement patterns to support mum's everyday active lifestyles. So reconnecting you to the way that your body moves and giving it the support it needs to be active mum. Making you the best judge of your movement. So really just encouraging you with some knowledge and some confidence on the exercises that you're going to see all over social media and to recognise when they're effective for you or not, because we're going to be following lots and lots of free exercises online, so we want to make sure that you've got the confidence to pick and choose which ones are the best for you, depending on your how well you're feeling and how well recovered you are after the birth of your baby. Yeah, so revising or introducing basic techniques. So those are the aims really of these sessions that I've been throwing into my programming. The exercise we're going to do today, I've put myself in this downstairs room specifically because I have a wall to demonstrate to you. Just the press ups really, just the press ups at the wall. Today's session is half an hour and then there's a little bit of a chat afterwards, so we'll be going over to the other page, the Babi Active private group page, support group page, and now I'll address the do's and don'ts of postnatal exercise with some guidance so that you can start to place yourself along that line more clearly in terms of postnatal recovery. So we'll be finishing off on the floor for some mobility, some stretching, and really for today's equipment it's the same as last week. So I've got a little sandbag and I don't have a lampshade above me here because I'm downstairs, so when I do my squat throw I've got a lot more height, which is going to give you that extra effort here and that push, which is a great reach up. You can't really see that going out of shot, can you? But it's here. It's a 2K sandbag. You could use a ball, or you may even have a heavy kind of a cushion. Just a heavy cushion that might be enough for you. So I think we're on. Hello, Babi Active. We're 5 minutes in, and I'm just looking at my watch. Yeah, we're 5 minutes in. So I think we'll just start. I'll just put some music on, we'll get warmed up. Have a drink handy, of course. You know all this set up now, you should be used to that routine. See if you can see and hear me clearly. You could give me a message on screen so that I know if you can see or hear me clearly, especially because I'm talking with a bit of music on. I've been given some music that I can play, so we'll see how Facebook likes this. Alright, so make sure your space is ready, space is happy for you. We'll just start off with some simple movements. Roll the shoulders up, back and down and round. Roll the shoulders. So a go-to movement for your warm-up. Moving through the joints of the body, the major joints. So easy with the squat. I'm rolling my shoulders. If this doesn't feel right, just squat. Nice and easy. I'm going to start to introduce an arm circle. Push those hips gently forward, shoulder rolls. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Anyone who's worked with me in the outdoor sessions will know that I tend to do this move a lot. So this is me spreading through the fingers as widely as I can. My squat's not too deep. That's just a preparatory movement. Let's just stretch the arms. Reach up and back. Get closer there. Reach up and back. Spread through the fingers as wide as you can. Wider. Open the chest. Big smile. Tuesday morning, 7th of April. Let's add those squats in. Let's do 4. Fabulous. Big smiles and stretch it up. Last one. Let's transfer some body weight. Transferring the body weight. So notice if you can keep your head and chest up, and then just take your hip flexion to where it wants to go. Nice and easy. Notice if your body wants to collapse down to it if it feels quite tight. So heart space is open. How's that feel? How about this? We're going to do some claps in a minute. Fabulous. All clap to the front. A little bit tight on the upper body. You go there. Happy? Joining in. Have you got window open to keep it a bit cooler? Lift, lift. If you want to work a little bit more intense already in your warm up, clap your thighs. Fabulous. Little wiggle. Going to move you on. These 2 exercises, that knee lift and this exercise, step touch, it's going to be one of our 30-second exercises today. So see if you could take a wider stride. Depends on your hip recovery, doesn't it? Yeah? So if you were told for your pregnancy to keep your movements a little bit safer, in terms of pelvic girdle pain, you wouldn't go as wide. Have a look at the arms. So we're going to take the arms, close and open. Same thing, matching that movement. So opening on the chest. Clap or no clap. If you've got little children around you, they may be clapping and jumping around you or hanging onto your leg. I have that quite often. Keep going. Right, open and close, open and close. Let's do 10, 9. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Feel the openings across the chest. Yeah. If I count a little bit more, gives you a bit of an idea, doesn't it? Yeah. So let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just settle back down. Roll those shoulders. Add a little squat in here if it feels good. Don't worry too much about choreography. It's not a choreographed session. It's not a HIIT session. We're just getting you going. Alright. Fabulous. Foot to the bottom area You don't have to aim for the foot to the bottom. When I do this with children, they tend to try and kick their bottom. Butt kicks. You don't have to kick your bottom. This is just to get your hamstrings a little bit more responsive, isn't it? And working on your breathing here. Fabulous. Nice and easy. Bicep curl. All right, I think we're nearly done on that warm up. Still a little bit of balance work. So heart rate's just gently going up. Fabulous, nice and easy. We'll do a little bit more. Let's do that little bit of balance work. Rotate the wrist, rotate the ankle. 4, 3, 2. Stop then, so I'm going to reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the other side. See if you can do that. Go one way, 2, 3, 4, then the other way. Ankles and wrist. Happy? Swim backwards. A little bit of a twist through the spine. Notice how your muscles engage to support you there. So thinking about opening up the chest again. Drawing those shoulders behind you. One more each side. Keeping the knees facing the front there. Just give you a little bit of twist there gently through the spine, opening up this way. Fabulous. Last one I want to do with you is working on your little bit of your balance. So like we did just then. Standing on one leg, use your hands. Have a little bit of a bounce. So if you can keep a bounce and a rhythm for, say, 4 seconds, yeah? See how it feels on that knee? See what the knee wants to do, see if you can stay on that leg for 4 seconds, a little boogie around. Those are working a little bit harder. We're going to take ourselves a bit lower to the floor, okay? So taking yourself on here, so advanced balance movements. If you're comfortable on your legs for, say, 8 seconds, and you can do a bounce, you don't need any support, you can take yourself a bit lower. See if you can get low to the floor, touch the floor, and then come up. Let's just do 2 more this leg. Should be a bit wobbly like me. Otherwise your balance is superb. Balance is superb if you haven't put your foot down. I'll give you 10 points. So I'm just going to go down, I'm going to try 3. So lifting up, reaching up through the fingers. We've completed our warm up. And we're on there. All right, so we've loosened everything off. If anything feels a bit tight, just give it a little bit of loose movement. Or ask me a question as to any particular tightness you've got. Anybody ask me a question about how to ease that off, and I can come back to you about that. All right, so we've done our warm up. Fabulous. So what we did last week was some press ups. Promised to show you the wall. So this is for people in their early postnatal stage. So I would say I'm going to base this session on 6 weeks to 6 months. So anywhere along that line, from 6 weeks to 6 months, it's a little bit clearer the line on where you'll be exercising. So on a wall press up, which is great to support your wrists and to build up that initial the chest muscles, the tricep muscles, and the shoulder muscles, to give them that initial strength. So I would go for a home practice. See if you can do 30. Maybe time yourself to see how long that takes. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as well on the after the session. But for now, I just want you to see you can do 30 seconds of a wall press up. If you're on the floor and you know your press ups, then you know that you're on the floor. So if I could line you up with your hands where your chest muscles feel they are, and probably wider than you think, and your distance from the wall, if you stand quite close to it, feet against the wall, and then take a step back, you're probably about 2 foot back, so the incline is there, you're on your toes. You're going to feel the interaction of your front body muscles supporting you bracing you as you lean on the incline. So you want to check that. Again, you can look down your tummy, or you can feel on your tummy if there's any protrusion there along that line. If there is, then you're too far from the wall. Your abdominals can't cope with that extra effort there, so you would come closer to the wall to start with, and then we will be working on exhaling with the effort as normal, and then we'd have our muscles supporting us through the midline as the muscles are turned on as we press up. So I'm just going to give you those on the wall, but if you're already on the floor, you know what you're doing on the floor, so it's perfect for you if you know what you're doing on the floor. So you've got 30 seconds. Should we have a go? First exercise, let's get you going to your Let's get you going. So here's the watch. Choose your option and go now. 30 seconds. Go. My little clock. So it's on the floor. It's going. You could be doing your press ups at your version. So take your version. Take the version that you need. I'm going to go on halfway. So I've got 10 seconds. I've been coming down to the floor and teaching you. So I'll just try and do a few more. Try and get your nose to the floor. Well-recovered mamas who've been practicing their press-ups, they'll know that they're in that action. That's 35 seconds. Come back to the group. Next exercise, squat throw. We're only going to do 10 of these. This is a quick workout, it's only a short workout. So 10, throw something in the air. Think about your pelvic floor. See if you can keep it on, all the way on, for the whole 10 throws. Reach up as high as you can on your throw. Extend up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. So activating the pelvic floor in your throw. Then to extend pattern. So use a band. Let's do that bend to extend. So you'll notice mums are bending over a lot. Soften the knee here. This is 30 seconds. Bend to extend. Bend, knees are soft. Bend to extend. Bend to extend. In that posture like we did last week, shoulders are back into their sockets. And you're leading down through the spine. You're starting to feel quite comfortable, knees are soft. Push those hips forwards. We'll add on a row in the next 30 seconds. And stop. That was 30 seconds. Okay, knee lift 30 seconds. Ready to go for that one? With a clap. You ready? Go. Slap the thighs if you feel you want to work a little bit harder. And if you're feeling a little bit ready for some light impact, so this is not in the first 6 months, I'd start adding a little bounce. Yeah, you choose. 10 seconds, clap, clap, slap. Keep that head and chest up. Big smiles. I'm going to check my clock. Stop. Next one, we're going to do that side to side movement. So prepare for this one and think about opening and closing simultaneously. So we're opening the chest. All right, so we're going to open up, go, open, close. Yeah? 30 seconds. Go. Open. Close. If you're feeling quite comfortable with this movement, take your palms to face away from you. Instead of clapping, palms go out a little bit towards the outside of the wall. Or make a fist. I sometimes use the thumbs up. Yeah? Open, close. Squeeze those shoulder blades as wide as you like. 4, 3, 2, 1. Couple of recovery breaths. If you feel that your heart rate's quite busy there, keep yourself moving. Keep yourself moving with the legs. Have a little wiggle. Keep that moving. Okay, so we're doing lunges next. So with our lunges, we're working on a number of lunges. So what I'm going to tell you to do is just do 12 each leg. So we all know our lunges. Technical tip would be to lead with the heel on the front. So as you come down, try and keep your head and chest up. And weight is coming through the bent leg. You don't have to look for depth on this. There's no need for depth. You can just go with feeling that you've got a bend on that knee. All right, I'm going to do 12 each leg. You ready? Roll shoulders, check your posture. reach, pull back, reach, pull back, reach, pull back, reach, pull back. It's 2, 3, pull back. Hands on hips is more stable, isn't it, for your steady people? If you're ready, you're just using that wall. You need a bit of support. Yeah? So I'm going to do 6 more each leg. Might get the numbers mixed up. 4. You're using your breath here. Pushing off through that heel. Checking with your pelvic floor if you know what that feels like. Do 2 more each leg. Push those arms back. Functional movement. Mums are lunging all day long, picking stuff up off the floor. Well done. Heart rate up. Fabulous. So that's our first round, and I'm on time. So I'm going to do all of that again with less breaks in between, because we know what's coming. We'll go back to that first track. If you need a little drink, have a drink. I'm just going to make sure my phone's charged up. And we're doing it. We're good. We're good. First exercise, press ups. So you choose. So I was doing a full press up there, 30 seconds. I only did about 10 seconds. I want you to do your wall press ups, or I want you to come onto your half press ups. No concern here. That's for no concern, all right? So I'll do the half with you, 30 seconds. Or you're on the wall. So the knees, you want to pad a bit of the knees, and you're pushing through the palms of the hands. Exhaling with the effort. Try and get your chest to the floor so your elbows bend. So there's maximum flexion on the elbows there. Exhaling with the effort. Nearly there. Last one. Then push yourself back. Take a breather. Reach forward. A couple of breaths if you need to it. You're going to start coming up in a mindful way in these sessions. So your toes tucked under the back unless you've got an ankle issue. Your foot's leaning forward. You push through the heel, heels on the floor, and you come up. Have a little wiggle. You ready for the next exercise? Squat throw. Should we do 10? Let's go. Check your pelvic floor. So you keep it on, and notice where it feels under the most pressure. 4, 5. And then let the pelvic floor go. Feel the contrast. All right, so one exercise you can do to keep pelvic floor tracked. Let the pelvic floor go, catch your breath, bend to extend pattern. Grab the band this time. Going to double it up, it's got a bit more tension. Going to row your shoulders back. This is 30 seconds. So if you've got dumbbells, you know what to do here. Again, you're past that 6-month stage. You can do that with some heavier weights, some light weights, depending on what you're doing during your pregnancy. So, smooth down, squeeze the shoulder blade, feel this in the lower to mid back, maybe you'll feel it in the upper back. And relax, 30 seconds off the clock. Knee lifts next, high low, where are you going to go? 30 seconds. Slap clap. High low, you choose. Reach your arms up a little bit higher. Try and activate the arms so they're really working for you. They're not floppy. Fabulous. 4, 3, 2, 1. Side taps. Ready? Start side tapping. Go. So those who want to work a little bit harder in the quadriceps can start to bend on this one. Open, close. Open, close. So if you're bending, you don't really want to be bending too much unless you can keep your back straight. Anyone else who's not got that posture correction in, take yourself nice and tall and long through the body like me. Let's put your thumbs up on this one, open and close. Squeeze the arms. Strong, so they're not floppy arms, no spaghetti arms. Nice, open. That's your 30 seconds. Fabulous. Lunges next. You're doing okay, heart rate up, feeling good? We're going to do that lunge. We're going to do 12 each leg, and if you want to, you can use your arms as well. So focus on thinking about how you might put some clothes in the washing machine, or something in the bin, or the toys in the basket, or picking up something off the floor, toys off the floor, putting them on the couch, because you're going to be doing these exercises every day. And your normal movement is probably a lunge pattern forward. So we'll work on that. So we'll work on just imagining we're going forward and back. You don't have to bend this deep, but your toes at the back will flex. You'll push off that front foot, because you'll take a nice strong strike, which will activate the muscles through the back of the body. And that's where we're going. All right? And chest up. Use your arms if you like it. We'll do 8 more each leg. And chest up. 6 to go each leg. You don't have to bend as hard as that. Remember, some of you are still here in that first group towards the 6 months. Yeah? Should we do 3 more each leg? 3? Where do you want to go? Lovely work. Head and chest up. Fabulous. Have a little wiggle. Little boogie. The workout's done. Fabulous. Give yourself a little thumbs up. Done fantastic. So letting the breathing recover. Alright, so let's take it into some squats and shoulder rolls like we did at the beginning. We're on time. We're going to go down to the floor for a little bit of a stretch. Let's just do the shoulder rolls. Taking your posture check. If you've got that band handy, grab it. If not, thin air will do. Shoulder mobility, pulling down. Wide on that piece of material. We're doing this to open up that chest every day. I'm doing 3 on each side. A short workout, remember, no pinching, no straining, no discomfort. 2, 3, and release. Okay, let's think about going down onto that floor. Think about going down onto the floor for me. So on the floor, oh actually, let's do this calf stretch standing. Calf stretch. You know your calf stretch? So luckily at the moment we're not in high heels often, and probably as mums you don't get to wear them that often, but if you, somebody who wore them to work regularly, you'll know that tightness in the calf, you'll know what that feels like. And particularly if you're used to doing yoga before you were pregnant and you worked into your downward dog, you'd feel that lovely length behind there. So we're really just elongating the muscles after their work, but we're not trying to build flexibility in your in these little mini workouts. So don't worry too much about how flexible you are. We're working on reconditioning you. So this is helping you to identify tightness that you have, and you might find there's a balance challenge. So split your stance a little bit wider, or use support if you need it. Your weight's equally distributed between the front and the back leg. For here, I'm going to do that one more time, and then I'm going to open the chest as well. So I'm going to do what we just did with the band, but behind. You can put the palms on your buttocks, lift the chest. Come back. Put the palms on your buttocks, lift the chest. So outdoors we would have done this with the buggies. We would have held on to the buggies and we would have got a nice little bit of a stretch there. Just noticing the tension releasing through the muscle. And then relax. Okay, so I've done my little bit on the standing, so I'm going to go down to the floor to practice going down onto the floor. How are you going to get there? You could go down into a squat, which is comfortable for some women who've been practicing this all the way through pregnancy. That could bring you down onto all fours, couldn't it? Or you could take yourself into your little lunge and then drop your back knee. You can also do that in reverse. Okay, and we'll do that next week, a bit more of a practice next week. So coming on to here, hamstrings I'm going to do, then I'm going to do a sideline quad stretch. So bring yourself onto your back, so supine position, and think about how you go down, nice, well, controlled movement. So I've got one leg stretching up, so I'm going to keep my, leg there, lower back people, feeling any tension in the sacrum, keep that leg bent. This is the simple hamstring stretch, you know it. Want to do a little bit of movement with it. You test and see how your tummy muscles are responding by just putting your hands on that midline from the sternum down to the umbilicus. Have a little hamstring stretch actively, and then we'll hold this last one. Just notice where you get that movement through the midline. You can also take your shoelaces or your socks or your trousers and pull that through. For those of you who like a little bit deeper, extend that leg. We're bang on 11 o'clock, so I've just got enough time to give you the other side. Oh, that way. And I'm just taking some deep breaths there, thinking about how my stretch is activated. Is it a strong stretch? Is it mild? Is it causing any discomfort anywhere? And I'm just noticing here my chin is in a neutral position, and I'm just feeling where my body responds with the breath in my body. A little bit deeper if you feel that you want to get into your stretch, to make sure it's really working for you. Remember, you're not developing flexibility, so it should be mild tension, nothing more. And then for those of you who are going to spend a few minutes on the floor before I go over to the next page, I would put you on the side here, and then I would give you a quad stretch here, and just allow you to lie down here. So the quadricep stretch between the knee joint and the hip joint, it's the same standing, but here I'm asking your body to keep you balanced. So if you're a bit wobbly, you'll find yourself tipping forwards and backwards. See if you can stack the hip on top of the other hip, and we'll do that on our Friday session. I'll get you to have a go at that again. So side lying, activating the muscles here on the side of the body. So bringing yourself up slowly, rolling over is still good, and then coming down into a chest opener, thoracic spine lengthening, and working into the hips. So into your child's pose, your legs are wide. You can rest here, it's the end of the session, so we don't need to activate the arms. You can even rest your head on your tooth pump fists. If your back isn't as flexible, you can work here. I'm just going to roll to the other side. You can just continue on your space, as long as you can see me and hear me. Sliding down over, asking the quadricep to have a little bit of a stretch, and just focusing on your balance here. So how long are we doing these for? I'm going to ask you to do 5 good breaths. 5 solid inhales and exhales. And that's enough on any of your stretches. And that's going to also help you to just feel calmer and focused. And give you a mental break from the external. And that today, rolling up to come over, coming up onto your side, so no flexing up at this stage. And we're done today. I'm going to give you a thumbs up, and then I'm going to press stop, and then I'm going to hop on over to the other group and see if there's any questions. And today we are covering the do's and don'ts. I was looking at my notes there, they're over there. Do's and don'ts of postnatal exercise. So I'm specifically focusing on that 6 weeks to 6 months, and that's how I'm going to address any questions that might come up. Don't forget, you can PM, you can write on our page, on the Babi Active page. You can contact myself on there anytime. Please tell your friends about this group and share it wherever you like. Let people know that we're doing these sessions 4 times a week, and they are specifically for coaching you, reconditioning you back into your fit and well self after having a baby. So specifically getting you feeling more ready to be an active mum. I'll see you soon.